Now, this video will show you how to upload and manage documents to our resource area here on the valleyconnections.org website because that's where we store all of our files that we want to share or put up available for download. And it's more of a repository than an online library, but we've named it the Resource Center, which you can access from this icon here or the nav bar here. Either one will take you to the same location. The first page that you'll encounter is a list of the resources we have available on the website, but the one I'm talking to about specifically is the document library. Again, this is more of a repository than a really useful way of managing your files to share, and I'll explain that in a minute. This is the first place you will put a file, however. In the expansion icons here to the left, you can see this includes all entities including the board, committees, and subcommittees. The committees are right here under that 2018 POA committees, and each of the committees is represented by, again, another expansion icon, as we like to call it. And in this case, I'm looking at the Architectural Review Board that has everything from their members' objectives to appropriate forms they need to do their business that they want to share. Here's an example of how we can edit the content that we have here on the in the repository for the Architecture Review Board. Simply click on the file name that might be there already. In this case, I'm going to be picking the ARB committee members because I'm going to be deleting this file because it's no longer relevant since we're in 2019. Once I have it clicked, you can see these additional icons appear, and with this edit button here, it'll bring up the file, that file, 2017 ARB committee members, that's already loaded onto the website, and we're merely going to delete this file. This is how the same screen you will be using when I explain how to upload files. But for the time being, just take notice. It gives you the title of the file. It gives you the actual file name that was uploaded a while back. And it'll ask you where you would like that file to be located. As you can see, it picked out by itself the hierarchy that I explained before. The 2018 committees, the Architectural Review Board, is where this particular file is located. And you can see it keeps the same, but that'll be important when we upload. And then the permissions, and this is the permissions for people to view this document. In this case, we're setting it to member resident here because we do want everyone to have access to it. Since I'm deleting this file, all I have to do is hit this delete key. Gives you a confirmation. And yes, the file is now gone, you can see. Now, if I want to upload a file, I'm going to do one, say, to my team here. All I've got is my mission objectives a couple years old, but I want to add something to my communications team set of files. So I'll be using a publish function up here to add. The publish content is the very first selection here. And as you can see, it gives you a drop-down menu of what you want to publish. Now, yours will not have this many items selected available to you because we are the administrators and we probably got about twice as many. So you'll be see about half of this many items in your particular list. But what we're uploading is a resource item. It's just a file, but it's called a resource item for the purposes of this demonstration video. Once I pick that resource item, it's going to ask me what the title is. I think mine is called a new resident form that I'm going to be uploading. Yeah, something like a new resident form that we're working with. I don't need a description. It's just one file, and the actual file itself is on my desktop. So I'm going to be picking, here it is, right there at the very top. I've been working on it. And this is a PDF file, and once I pick it, it automatically populates it here as an attachment I'm going to upload. Now, we can only upload PDF files for viewing on the website and downloading. Any other type of file will be downloaded automatically. That means that if you try to put up a Word or a PowerPoint or an Excel file, there's no way to view that online. So if you try to put up such a file, it will take it. However, it will not let you view it on the website. Once you click on that file name, it will download it to your computer. PDF files are the best way to upload files since they allow you to view them and download them on the website. All right, so I've got that file name identified. I'm going to file within my team's name, my communications committee's name there. And then the permissions, again, I'm going to make it member resident so it's viewable. And of course, this box is always checked, allow print and download. Once I hit the save, It uploads that document from my computer, puts it right here under my communications team area on the resource center, as you can see, and now I can edit or view that form as I desire. I just clicked on the name of the file, and this is actually the form we're using. I'm going to take a pause here just for a second to try to emphasize one point that's going to prepare us for the next portion of this tutorial demo. I just reset the page so that I could view the URL this page is at, meaning this is the address on the website that this document is located, and it shows it to me up here as a part of the document information when I open a document. Now I need this. I need this section up here, so I'm going to highlight the whole thing, click twice on it, drag my cursor, whatever it takes to highlight that whole long string. And then I'm going to do a copy. Now you can, the editor's up at the top of every one of our applications, shows you the file edit view. I'm going to use the file edit button, and you can see I can copy here because I highlighted this. So it's copied this whole string and it's holding it like in a queue for me. You can use the other keyboard shortcuts that some of us are familiar with, highlighting it and using Control C, and that also accomplishes the same thing as the copy button that you just saw me use a second ago. Now I have that string or this address copied. I can close this file right now, and I'm going to go to the areas of the website that we recently created for each one of the committees, and I'm going to navigate there from the home page to make sure that everyone's familiar with how to get there. Now, first and foremost, we have two ways to get to the pages for each one of the committees, and that starts with getting to the Property Owners Association, or the POA page. I can get to that page from this icon here, or from the nav bar from the POA entry we've got up here. Each of those will take me to this same page here. Under the POA page, we've added this line, Committee Details. It's just a quick entry so that we could create a list right from this menu selection of all the committees, and each one of these represents a committee page that we set up. For my demonstration, let me use mine. These are all hot links. Take you right to your page, and we've just pre-populated these pages with some of the documents that we have from the resource library we thought might be appropriate to include on your page. But you can manage these yourself, and this is the part of the tutorial where I need that address I saved a little bit ago, still being saved for me, and I can come here and add that document to my page, take off other documents as I see fit. And the way to get started to do that editing is simply, with your permissions, this should be doable. You see I just moused right over the name and a line appeared. This lets me know I can edit this page just by clicking on the name, and it did. It opened up this little editing screen, has a few sections on it that you might be familiar with. First of all, the icon selections here look like editors that are included in Microsoft products. Sincerely, these are how to left justify, how to control your font size, your undo and redo. So it may look familiar, but I'm telling you right now, we have a few little idiosyncrasies on the way that these editing tools behave. I'll show you in just a minute, but for right now, let me highlight one of the cute little icons for a tool that we use quite a bit. As you can see, when I mouse over any of these, it'll tell me what they are. But in this one in particular, this is a full screen icon. When I click on that, that's all it does. It creates a full screen view of the page contents I've created. Now, right now, I've got a new resident form entry already. As you can see, created a little gap here. That's part of the behavior I tell you that these website editing tools do to us. They create spaces sometimes or jam text together that forces the editor, like myself, to finagle it sometimes. Right now, I'm just going to demonstrate how to take off a link to one of your documents. In this case, that new resident form I'm working with, I'm just going to take it out right now and I'll re-add it. So let me give you an idea. All of these are hot links. I just took off that one entry. I'm going to do a save. As you can see, it's gone now. But each of these are hot entries. And like I can delete each one of these just by merely removing it, as you saw, and then doing a save. Now to add a document back in here, remember, I still have that link that I copied over when I uploaded it to the Resource Center. I'm going to open up the full page again. I'm going to use another bullet just by hitting return. I'm going to type in that new resident form that I just took away a second ago. And you can see it's a different font because it's not a hot link yet, but I want to add that URL address I had from the form a second ago. So I highlight the words I just typed in. Use this little icon here. It's a chain or a link icon. It opens up a little window to ask you, where can I find this form you just typed the name in above there. I have that whole string that I copied, and here's where I can paste. I can use my edit paste function here, or I can just use the keyboard shortcuts that some of us are used to using. In this case, it's Control V. Does the same function as the paste, the drop down that you saw above. Once I've entered it here, it knows the rest of this you can ignore. Just do an insert. You can see it changed the color of the font to signify this now is a hot link. You do a save on the page, and let's see how it lines up. All right, that's a little jammed in there, as you can tell. And that's, again, some of the weird behaviors of these editing tools that we've been outfitted with on this website. Let me go back and open it back up and use that full page editor view again. And let's see, I'm going to try to put in another space. But I don't need that one. Maybe if I put it back there and now hit enter, maybe it'll let me look at it a little bit better. Now, one more time. Let me do that again. And what if I put 2 on there and take out that one? Hey, that looks about right. Yeah. Do a save. Ah, that's better. See, I just finagle with it to get it to line up correctly, but I'm just reinforcing. Tools are a little iffy. So once I've created the new forms entry I want, or deleted the other ones I want, just testing it, making sure I'm going there. And there it is. There's the form we worked with. And there's the URL that I had copied over. So this is an easy way to get people to see your forms and, of course, add or delete any of the other appropriate documentation your committee wants to share. I hope this helps, but just in case you need any feedback or you get stuck or stymied or this video is unclear, use the feedback button we got up here. And for my particular committee, Valley Connections team, you can send us a message with any questions, comments, or any things that might still be unclear. We'd be more than happy to respond to you directly and work with you if it's problematic for you working with these screens as we just showed you. But thank you for taking the time to listen to this tutorial. And again, thank you for using valleyconnections.org.